If you're against God, you're against logic.
Meet the Armoured Christian.
Maybe for all the atheists, I'm getting really sick and tired of you being like, oh, you don't understand how the burden of proof works. You don't understand what atheism is. You don't understand evolution.
I can see how that would be very annoying if you did in fact know those things.
Guys, these are very basic things.
Well, burden of proof is pretty basic, and atheism is too, I suppose, but evolution's pretty complicated, or is that just me?
This is basic philosophy. It's simply understanding the definitions of the words. All it takes is a simple Google search. So if I hear these again, actually, you know what? If I hear them again, I'm going to block you. If I hear that I don't understand something, a word, okay, if I don't understand a word, then I'm going to block you.
Oh, you're not going to like this video.
Because I do understand these words. I do understand what evolution is. I do understand how the burden of proof works. And I do understand what atheism is.
Okay, prove it.
And I guess I might as well prove you wrong right here. Atheism is a lack of belief in a god or gods.
Oh, that was better than I thought, actually.
Having a lack of belief insinuates a cause for that lack of belief.
And you were doing so well.
Now, evolution is a change of one thing to a completely new thing.
Oh, and it just gets worse. That's not what evolution is.
Meaning, from human to dog. Okay? That's what evolution is.
No. Simply put, evolution is the gradual change of heritable traits within a population of living organisms over time, as a function of environmental pressures influencing an organism's ability to survive and reproduce. Look, evolution is all about very tiny changes over a lot of time. None of this cats giving birth to dogs or whatever straw man version of evolution the Ray Comforts of the world would have you believe. Evolution is slow. So slow, in fact, and the change is so small that an organism will always give birth to one of its own species. It's only when you step back and look at the bigger picture, a tapestry that spans billions of years, can you see that these minute changes gradually lead to bigger ones, and the diversity of life. Take a look at this. At the top, we can clearly identify red, and at the bottom, blue. But where exactly does it stop being red? Many tiny little changes gradually leads to blue. Red didn't just become something completely different. But this is just one lineage. Imagine countless different branches. Each new generation presents a possibility another branch will sprout. If these tiny changes benefit the organism, then it has a better chance of reproducing and passing on those changes which, if they continue to benefit each successive generation, will come to differentiate it from its ancestors.
And now the burden of proof, this is how that works. When I claim that this is a video game, okay, don't I need to prove that to you? Yes, I do.
Exactly. The one making the claim has the burden of proof.
Now, in order to do that, I would have to turn it on and start playing a game. I can't turn it on and start playing a game because it's a flashlight. See how that works? That's called burden for proof.
Well, burden of proof, but I'm sure that was just a slip of the tongue. What I can't understand is, why won't you apply that same standard of proof to your own claim? You claim there's a God, so prove it.
You see how quickly I relayed that to you? Do you see how I understand these things?
I think understand is a stretch, to say the least.
Now, if I hear this again, you're going to get blocked. Banned. Because you're dishonest. You're lying.
And this is how you shut out anyone who disagrees with you. It's the YouTube equivalent of sticking your fingers in your ears. Now, I think I've been pretty fair. You got the definition of atheism right at first, and you got burden of proof spot on. Well done. But what you think evolution is was way off. You say you know the meanings of these words, but in this case, clearly not.
Unless you address my arguments, of which none of you ever have.
That's not true. People address your arguments in the comments section of your videos all the time. But alright then, let's check out one of your arguments. Here's a recent one called Another Proof of God.
Knowledge began to exist, thus knowledge existed prior. My name is Brandon, and this has been an Armoured Christian video.
What? Was that it? What the fuck was that? That wasn't an argument for anything.
But if you would like to, and prove you're a man, go for it. But know this, if you're against God, you're against logic.